Hi, this is my review of the VOX VX1. So this is the amp that I bought after the Frontman 10G. I've been playing guitar for about 3 or 4 months, and I just wanted something a little bit more, a little bit better. This is the VX1 15 watt amplifier, so it's good for playing in the house, a practice amp. It's not massively strong. It is fairly strong. So what's good about it? What's not so good? Well, there's actually a lot that is really good about this amp, especially for the price. I said in the Frontman 10G, save an extra €50 and get something much better. So after I've been playing for a bit, I then started to expand my guitar playing, and this is priced around about €120, but it's quite difficult to try and find them nowadays. I think they've been discontinued. If you can find them, then I think you can probably buy them on Reverb or some other site for about €80 second hand, or $80 second hand, so it's not too bad. And for what you get for the price, you actually get quite a lot. So there are a couple of downsides to this amp, but I would say generally for the money you get a really good amp. So first thing I would say is that the casing is all plastic. So if that's something that bothers you, you might want to look at another option. There are acoustic baffles inside. I haven't actually had a look, because if I take something apart, I'm not going to get it back together again, even if it's simple. So moving over to the top where the really interesting stuff is, you see there's a lot more that you can do. So whoops, you've got gain, treble, bass, volume. You've got power level as well. So you can adjust the volume by changing the power level or by changing the volume. I would say that with the VOX amp, this one and the other one that I've got, you do need to get an adapter for the back. You do need to get one of their power adapters for the back, which is proprietary. This amp I had for about a year, so until I upgraded. As you can see, you've got You've got an on-off switch, an aux in, and headphones jack. You also have this tap button for a metronome. I'd never used it. There's better options available. You have a couple of effects here. So you have delay and reverb. So by turning the knob here, this seems to be a bit stuck. You can change delay and reverb options. Switch hands. I did find that if you did set this and then you changed the model here, you did tend to lose the effects that you were putting in on these two here. So they're also a little bit strange. So as you turn the dial, they increase in the effect, and then you turn it past a certain point and you change the effect. So it does take a little bit of getting used to, and it's not very intuitive. You have you have programs here. So if you set here and here, you then can lock it in the preset and you can call it back later, or you can use it through the VOX foot switch. Here you've got 11 presets here. So you've got a Dulux clean. This was tended to be fairly quiet. A tweed, which is kind of like your country and western sounds, slightly overdriven, not too much. zoom in. We then got a couple of boutiques, a clean and an overdrive. These are actually quite good. I did use these quite, especially the clean, quite heavily. I tend to use an overdrive pedal. The VOX AC30, that was my other popular one. It's little bit more reverby. Um, the top boost never really used too much. The Brit is kind of like for your old school sound. Brit 800, bit VM. Slayer Overdrive this and Double Rec. These ones are heavy, heavy overdrive. So you need to be careful with the acoustics in your where you're playing, because you can get it going muddy. These ones are lighter, so I found the Brit sounds were pretty good for doing AC/DC type sounds, old school British rock. Here you have your input jack. Like I say, you can buy the optional foot switch. I never bother with it, and the foot switch will go in the back. So we turn it over. So there's your foot switch, and there is your DC adapter socket. So as you can see, it's not standard and it's not direct plugged in. So you need to make sure you get the amp, the adapter as well. Generally, I found this amp to be really, really good, and I played it for over a year before I just wanted to go crazy and just get out and buy something massively special with lots more different models. Just normal progression of guitar playing. However, I would say for €120 as a second amp, or even as a more permanent amp, I would say this is a really, really good amp and is really worth the money. So if you have any comments or any other experience about the VX1, then leave a comment, like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.